Hello, welcome back to my channel. My name is Autumn. For today's video, I went to Sephora and I had like a bunch of points and I was able to get this little Briogeo box for 500 points, and this just has their scalp care line in it, so it's a very detoxifying scalp treatment, and I've been wanting to try this for a really long time, but I kind of feel like, I don't know, I don't want to just buy one part of it because then I feel like I'm not doing the whole thing, but buying all of the things is like $100, so I'm very grateful that I was able to get this just using my points. So I'm going to be trying it out today. Another thing that I'm always kind of worried about with scalp treatments is that typically detoxifying things pull out your hair color a lot. Since my hair color is already a little bit faded in the front, and I'm going to be re-dyeing it within the next week anyways, I figured now is the perfect time to do a scalp detox. Okay, so what's included in this box is the Scalp Revival Shampoo. It's like an exfoliating shampoo. And then there is the charcoal tea tree cooling hydration scalp mask, and then a scalp treatment oil and a dry shampoo. So I probably won't use the dry shampoo in this video today just because like I'm gonna wash my hair and then I won't really need to use it. I'll use that in a separate video and tell you guys how it goes, but I will be using the exfoliating shampoo, mask, and scalp treatment oil today. This is how the little inside of the box is. It's really cute. All of the items are like little baby items. This one is so tiny. I don't know what this is the dry shampoo, so it is like tiny. Like this is probably like one use, maybe might not even be one full use, but the actual products in this are a really good size. So for reference, this is what their normal travel size looks like. This is one of their hair masks in a travel size, and this is the sample that I got in the Sephora box, so it actually is a bit larger. So these are actually a really good size. This should last a couple of uses, and same with the scalp mask, they are the same size. And then here is the treatment oil, which again, this is a really good size. So this is about the same size as a travel size one. You can see the only difference is it does have the dropper pump on the top. And something really cool about these products and all of Briogeo's products, these are silicone-free, harsh sulfate-free, paraben-free, vegan, and cruelty-free. So the key ingredients in these are charcoal and tea tree to help really detoxify the scalp and get it really nice and clean. It also has some other great ingredients like ginger root extract and peppermint's gonna give your scalp that really nice cooling sensation. All right, so the first step is you go into the shampoo. It says to start with damp hair and then to just apply this all over the scalp and really massage it in for a couple of minutes. And then after that, you go in with the scalp mask and you put this again on your scalp. And then at the very end, you go in with this little dropper and you massage this in and you don't rinse this out. And this is the before of my hair. So I haven't washed my hair in about 7 days. This is how it's looking. Here are my roots. They're pretty greasy at this point. So I'm just gonna go get my hair wet using like ice cold water, and then I'll come back and I will apply the exfoliating shampoo. All right, so I am back and my hair is wet. The water was very cold, so it was very refreshing. I definitely feel awake now. I'm going to take this exfoliating shampoo. All right, so here's some of this. This is pretty liquidy, which actually I think is really nice because a lot of times exfoliating treatments and masks can be pretty thick, and so you need a lot of product to work it into the hair. But if you have a more like liquidy consistency, then it will spread around easier and you don't have to use as much product. And I'm just taking this on my fingertips and just massaging it like this onto the scalp. And this definitely does feel like cooling on my scalp. Like definitely can feel the like tea tree and peppermint in it. It feels like cold, but not like in an uncomfortable way at all. It just feels really fresh and clean and like, I don't know. It's kind of like when you like are chewing mint gum and then you drink water after, but like on your scalp and not as painful. And this product smells really nice and clean too. It just smells like peppermint and tea tree oil. And you want to detoxify like your hair and scalp, I'd say probably about once a month, just because if you're using products that have silicones in it, dimethicone, or honestly just any products that might build up on your scalp and hair, you want to kind of cleanse all of that out about once a month. If you do start getting too much product buildup, it can really actually damage your hair, especially for people who don't like to use shampoo. A lot of people who use the curly girl method might use like a cleansing conditioner instead of a shampoo, and that's great for keeping your curls and stuff moisturized. But you do want to make sure that every couple weeks you are going in and just detoxifying and getting out all of that product buildup, or it can actually in the long run end up damaging your hair. Alright, so I've massaged this into my scalp for probably 2 or 3 minutes, and now I'm just going to go rinse it again with cold water. This doesn't specify what temperature of water you have to use, so I'm assuming you can use any, but I'm just going to use cold water to try and keep the purple in my hair. So yeah, I will be right back. Alright, so all of the shampoo is rinsed out of my hair, and my scalp feels very clean. The cold water with all of the like minty stuff in that shampoo made my scalp very cold, but not uncomfortably cold. And you don't have to use cold water when you rinse your hair. Like, you can use warm water, and I'm sure it would actually feel way nicer. I'm just trying to use cold water to keep my hair color in place, and very little hair color came out in the shower. It was just a very light purple, and none of the other colors really seemed to come out too much. As it is, they're already pretty faded, so I probably wouldn't be able to tell anyways. I can really only judge it based on the purple, but barely any purple came out in the water, which is nice, and my scalp feels so fresh and clean. So now I am just going to go in with the Scalp Revival Charcoal and Tea Tree Cooling Hydration Scalp Mask, and again, only gonna put this right on my scalp. Here's how this looks. This is a much thicker consistency than the shampoo. I mean, obviously, I don't know if you guys can see, like, it's very smooth, very creamy. Like, this is a very nice texture. And I'm just gonna take this on my fingers like this, and I'm just going to put it on my scalp directly. So I'm just gonna go in like this and just kind of take like sections like this and kind of try and place it right on the scalp. You kind of want to avoid getting it on your hair because it's kind of wasted on there. Like, this wasn't made for your hair. It's not going to do much to it. You really want to concentrate it on your scalp. And this has a very similar scent to the shampoo, but not as strong. And neither of them are actually really that strong. It doesn't really smell artificial or anything. I think it's just actually the ingredients in here have that smell, because tea tree oil does smell kind of minty, and then there's also peppermint. Alright, so since this is supposed to sit on my scalp for about 10 minutes, and it is only on my scalp, I'm also going to go in with this little mask. This is just another travel size. I got this, I think, in a kit or as a sample from their website. I'm not really sure. I don't usually buy travel size things, but I got this from somewhere. And so I'm just going to put this on my mids and ends of my hair and let this sit while the scalp mask is sitting. So it's like we're doing 2 masks at once, because super. I'm sorry, my son is scratching up his little cat tree. I love him. So yeah, I'm just gonna put this on my mids to ends and let all of this sit for 10 minutes. Alright, so now that I've applied both of those, I'm just going to let those sit in my hair for 10 minutes, and then I'm going to rinse them with cold water, and I will come back to show you guys how it's looking. Alright, so I am back, and this is how my hair is looking after it is all dried. I did not blow dry it, I did not straighten it. Literally, it just dried this smooth and shiny, which is crazy. So after I rinsed out the shampoo and the conditioner with cold water, I honestly just forgot to come back and record this part, but I put these little droplets, just like I took small like seconds. I would go like this, put like 2 drops, go like this, put like 2 drops, like just throughout my hair. Just put a couple drops throughout of the Scalp Revival Charcoal and Tea Tree Scalp Treatment. And yeah, it didn't make my scalp look oily at all. Like, I mean, it's not an oil or anything, but I put it directly on my scalp after washing it, and I didn't rinse that out. And this is how my scalp is looking. This is how the roots look. They don't look greasy at all. If they look weird at all, it's probably just because my hair is grown out. So there's like purple and brown. But yeah, it's not like greasy or oily at all. And for my ends, the only thing that I used was this Don't Despair Repair Strengthening Hair Oil. I just put a couple of drops of this, like you like kind of pop it like this upside down, and you like get some drops on and just put it through your hair. And yeah, that's all I did, and this is how healthy it's looking. This is how my ends look. There's like not split ends. There's like none. Like, it's so soft and smooth and straight and nice, and it looks like I styled my hair in some way, and I didn't. I literally got out of the shower and I went to Home Depot. Like, yeah, and this is how it looks. So I'm super impressed with this. You can see that there is a bit of fading up near the tops of my head. Some of this purple up in the front is kind of faded, and the pink and orange in the front are very, very faded as well. So it will pull out some hair color if you do have dyed hair. That's why I used it like before re-dyeing it, like a couple days before, just because I figured it might pull out some of the color. And so yeah, if you do have colored hair, just be careful not to use anything like this too often. Once a month is honestly ideal, and I would recommend using it probably like 4 or 5 days before dyeing it. You just detox and then dye it, and then you don't have to worry about the loss of color. But yeah, that is how the Briogeo scalp care line worked for me. I think it's incredible. Just like all of their other products, I really, really love it, and I definitely want to go out and buy the full-size kit of it now, because I'm gonna run out of this and I'll be so sad when I do. But yeah, that's all. Thank you for coming to my video, and I hope I was able to help someone. Have a nice day. Bye!